Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Wilhelm Scream, and welcome back to the channel for more Destiny 2 news and intel. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about a new top 1% glitch for the Call to Arms event. There's a couple of things you're going to want to know before you attempt this glitch on your own. And I'll also include a background gameplay of my top 1% run. We'll also do a full build as well as modifier guide towards the end of the video, so stick around for that. There's been a lot of changes to this event done by Bungie in recent days, and it's become much easier to receive a top 1% score in order to get the Flaming Helmet. So we'll talk about a few of those things, the most notable being that power is no longer quite as important. And in fact, having too much power is part of this glitch. If you are at 550 power, you will not receive as many points towards the end of the run if you can complete it with 6 minutes or more remaining. If you are above 540, so if you are between 570 and 540, you're actually going to get a higher percentage on the completion score at the end of the run. Now, if you're 550 or max power in that case, you will still be able to achieve a top 1% run, though it just won't be quite as easy. Now, the things you're going to want to know are, besides that, having a Titan is going to be the number one thing in order to complete this in the time frame and to get the max score. That's just because Titans are very broken at the moment, specifically with this event, and the final boss for the salt mines, which normally requires you to defeat a group of blights in order to be able to break their shield in order to do damage to the final boss, is mitigated entirely by your hammers. So the hammer from this particular build and this super will over-penetrate the shields, and you'll just be able to nuke the boss without actually having to defeat the blights. So the hammer glitch is really the big thing. The power glitch is the second thing. And the final thing is going to be RNG, which is unfortunate because you'll probably have to do this run a few times before you actually get this to happen, and that is for the high-valued target. So the high-valued target will add the necessary points in order to get a top 1% if you can complete this run with more than 6 minutes left. However, the RNG on the high-value target is somewhat low, and you won't know if you get a high-value target run until you actually get to this area. But if you do, you'll be able to get a top 1% run completed fairly easily with the rest of these glitches. So you just have to play in order to get to that point, and if the high-value target isn't there, I still encourage everybody to finish their runs because you're going to be getting a lot of great loot, and you'll still be finishing with close to a 3 million score. But if you wanted to, you could essentially just repeat the run and continue until you get to that point just to see if the high value target spawns, and if they don't, you can start a new run. The other thing is the objective. Now, you want to get the objective that just requires you to eliminate 40 enemies during the course of the run, because you'll be able to do that very passively and you won't even really notice the objective. There is also the requirement to get weapon kills or activity kills. Those are also not that bad and can still allow you to get the top 1% score. If you get a precision kill objective, that's going to be the tough one. And if you get a precision kill objective, just check at the beginning of each run, and you probably want to just start another one, because precision objective kills are not really going to play to what makes this particular strategy really worth doing. So once you've defeated the high value target and you get to the final boss, as you can see here, I just activate my super, and I'll be able to go right through the shields and just destroy the boss as quickly as possible. And I'll be able to complete this run with about 6 minutes and 40 seconds remaining. I actually had faster runs, though not ones where I had the high value target spawn. Now, if you do this, you'll be able to get at least 3,300,000 points. I would say you'll probably get a little bit more than that. The goal is to reach 3,300,050 points. So 3,350,000 points, I should say. These are the modifiers that I'm using. Probably pretty standard at this point. Know that the boosting modifiers don't take away from your score anymore, so you can get a bit of help there. We also have Sol Invictus, as well as the Hammer of Sol, and a pretty rudimentary build, in my opinion, as far as a Solar Titan is concerned. And then we have the Worm God's Caress. I had the Lustrous armor set on, but anyone will really do, because you're not going to really be in that much danger of dying. Though if you do, I would also suggest, if you don't have the modifier for no revives on, to just restart the run. That no revives modifier is also going to be the one probably essential amongst the modifier list. Anything with a 5 on it, as far as modifiers is concerned, is a good one, or a bane, I should say. Those +5s are actually worth 6 because Bungie still hasn't changed that glitch, so another bit of a power glitch there. Most people would know I usually run on a Warlock, so running on a Titan is not something I'm used to, and I was still able to, after a little bit of practice, 1 or 2 runs, get a top score. And even the runs that I did before I achieved my top 1% score were very, very fast. I just didn't really have the proper motivation, I think, or the proper loadout, and I didn't get the high value target on those runs. So if you get a high value target and you're good with a Solar Titan, you should be able to get this on your first run and secure your flaming helmet. You'll probably also be able to get the emblem this way, because top 1% will give you plenty of points for that overall. So you should be able to get up to 300, I believe, if you get a top 1% score in any one of the activities. Now you notice I'll use a hand cannon with 1-2 punch in this case. This is the new shotgun hand cannon, and I was also using retrograde. You could probably swap that out for anything. I was just using it because it was good for enemy clear, so I didn't waste too much time in any one particular zone. Also, because that one had hatchlings on it, it would track 2 enemies in the area, so I didn't always have to go looking for them. So things like that just do good AoE will also come in handy. And the 1-2 punch on the hand cannons not only are hand cannons in the champions modifiers for the salt mines currently, but it was also just really good at one-shotting those higher value enemies, specifically the high value target, as well as all those yellow bar enemies that spawn in. If you just shoot them once with your hand cannon and then throw your hammer at them, you'll destroy them really quick. The hammer also destroys the blights really, really fast, and even if you have to throw the hammer 3 times, bouncing it off of the blight and then just catching it will still save you a ton of time. So for these areas, you want to clear quickly. So if you have a sword with eager edge on it, you can use that, but you shouldn't need it, though it can save you a little bit of time if you feel as though you're lagging through those first 2 sections. So I would also suggest maybe bring a sword with eager edge if you have it. You're probably not going to use your heavy at all. You're really just going to be focusing on using your primary if it has 1-2 punch on it, or your hammer. And that's going to be it for all the information in today's video. I'm going to let these runs play out, but hopefully you found something in this video helpful and will allow you to get your top 1% for the salt mines. If you'd be interested in seeing any other top 1% runs for any of the other activities, you can let me know in the comments section down below. Thanks so much for watching as always, and appreciate all the support on the channel as of late. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed this information for future Destiny 2 content like this, so you never miss out. You can also follow me on Instagram. It'll be linked in the description box down below. Remember, any of those things I just mentioned also enter you into any future giveaways on this channel, and we do one every 1,000 subscribers, so you never miss out. And when and if we reach 100,000 subscribers on the channel, we'll be giving away a new console or a video card if you play on PC. If you've watched till this point in the video, you can also leave a hashtag CallToArms or a hashtag Top1% or a hashtag Archie in the comment section down below, even though we didn't see Archie in this video. He's always our favorite robot dog, only robot dog I know of currently in the Destiny universe. Any one of those hashtags will also give you another entry into the next giveaway. Of course, for this video, remember those secret hashtags. I do them on all videos. So if you haven't done this on a previous piece of content on this channel, you can always go back, check out another video, and of course, do it again. And once more, I'm Wilhelm Scream. Thanks so much for watching. Of course, we will see you next time. Later!